Hi, my name is Fariba, and my presentation is about using prisoners as a source of organs for transplantation. Here is an introduction to the terms that will be used in my presentation. Organ donation by inmates is controversial, since it increases organ availability and reduces the burden of organ donation on the broader population, while also allowing prisoners to atone for their rights. Prisoners, on the other hand, must be provided informed consent, which protects their autonomy and their rights not to be pressured or forced into making a decision they do not want to make. 106,082 men, women, and children are on the national transplant waiting list. 17 people die each day waiting for an organ transplant. Every 9 minutes, another person is added to the transplant waiting list, while one prisoner can save 8 lives and enhance over 75 more. Christian Longo said, "There is no way to atone for my crimes, but I believe that a profound benefit to society can come from my circumstances." Here is the thesis statement of my presentation. Prisoners sentenced to death can be the best lifesavers for those on the organ transplant waiting list, because organ donation by prisoners would save lives by increasing the number of organs available for transplantation. Prisoners should have the right to donate organs, but great care must be taken to avoid coercion and to protect prisoners' rights to bodily autonomy. Among all ethical principles, autonomy and utility play the most prominent roles in this organ donation by prisoners controversy. And according to both autonomy and utility, this is an ethical situation, because advising criminals to save lives by giving their organs without assuring their informed permission is unethical. Although there is a severe shortage of needed organs, this need does not override any one person's right to bodily autonomy. The Code of Ethics for Nurses discusses the importance of informed consent. Prisoners do not get informed consent, and in many cases they are forced to organ donation. Based on law, in order to become an organ donor, a person or a patient must offer valid informed consent. Prisoners are subjected to physically and psychologically stressful conditions that undoubtedly affect the decision they make, so the regulations require additional safeguards. Inmates have the right to choose their healthcare according to case law, with no outside influences other than medical advice. The three most important resolutions for this controversy are: safe organ donation can be possible with NAAT testing and a medical isolation, and a repeat NAAT test at the end of the medical isolation period. donor coercion is prohibited by the law. Those involved in identifying potential donors must make sure the protocols are observed. Some recommendation and solution for the future. It is beneficial to argue and discuss the concept of organ donation by prisoners, because it can be a great solution to the shortage of organs and prevent death caused by organ failure. Pursuing all organ donation options, such as organ donation by prisoners, could bridge the gap between the demand and availability of organs in transplantation. There must be careful screening by the hospital performing the transplant to ensure there is no coercion or the inmate is not being paid for the organ. Conclusions. Prisoners should be permitted to donate organs because it will save lives by raising the number of organs available for transplant. This type of donation can be a great solution to the shortage of organs and prevent death caused by organ failure. Prisoners should be allowed to donate organs, but caution must be exercised to avoid coercion and to maintain prisoners' right to bodily autonomy. Donating organs can help prisoners keep their feelings of self-worth and dignity, and it could be part of their societal offender rehabilitation. The legal, moral, and practical barriers to obtaining organs from inmates must be considered. These are the sources I used for my presentation. You can refer to these sources for more information about this controversial topic, which is using prisoners as a source of organs for transplantation. Thanks for listening to my presentation. Please let me know if you have any questions.